This is FanSpeak, a weekly live show where the fans of comics and its community are our guests. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. Of course, this is FanSpeak for October. What is this? The 12th? I think it's the 12th.
It
October
is.
12th. Happy to have you guys in here with us. We're looking forward to chatting up some news and having some conversation today. I see a couple of you guys are in here already. We do definitely appreciate that. Of course, always check out those links. But he's saying he's calling in to church tomorrow morning to watch the indie interview. It's 7. Cult film says. Interesting. She and Roger are having a conversation. Well, I'm glad you guys are here. But as you guys see, George is joining me. How you doing, George?
I'm doing well. How are you? I'm feeling kind of lonely. Where's Booster? Where's Dinale? Where's the heavy breathing voice Todd? I'm
It's
I'm,
true.
I'm missing everybody.
They're taking a sabbatical, maybe. I don't know. But that's all right. I'm happy you're here. And of course, I'm here as always, guys. And we've had an interesting night over here in Japan. I'm fine where I am. The weather's been nice and windy, actually. But Tokyo just got slammed by a large typhoon. Of course, for those of you guys who don't know, typhoons are not so much about the wind, it's about the rain, right? And it looks like, from what I've seen this morning, that, well, we're looking at billions and billions and billions of dollars of damage. Wow, it's a lot of damage actually. Luckily, it looks like we've only lost 20 people during the night, which is it could be worse, right? But so it's hasn't been a high death toll, but oh well, it just goes to show you that we humans don't have control over this planet hardly at all, because this happens every year. We get some kind of major destructive flooding here, and of course, America gets hit by the hurricanes as well. Have you had any big hurricanes coming up the coast this year, George?
Only when my wife yells at me for not washing the dishes.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Is that your responsibility?
To wash the dishes?
Uh,
Well, I try to pawn it off to the kids, but the kids kind of pawn it off to my wife, and my wife kind of comes back to me and says, "What the hell are you doing?
I see.
I thought I told you to wash the dishes. Why? Why is the youngest telling me I have to wash the dishes?"
Well, my wife doesn't let me in the kitchen hardly. I can only sneak in there when she's not around, so I guess I'm lucky.
Wow.
Yeah. But I take care of
But
stuff around the house. I'm kind of one of those people that can't stand things that aren't straight or aren't neat or clean. So I'm always organizing and cleaning stuff in the house. So
oh, oh, that's interesting. So you're telling me that if there's a picture frame just slightly off tilter, you will notice it and fix it?
immediately, yeah.
So during an earthquake, you must be just batshit crazy, just
Uh,
going around straightening everything out.
Well, it's not a psychosis, so yeah, it's I wait until after. But yeah, yeah, I straighten things. I can't. I just don't like things being not being straight and organized. I don't know. It's the way my brain works. Everyone's got their thing, I guess. But like we keep the house pretty clean because of it. We got two people working at it. Actually, it's mainly me. She doesn't understand the idea of elbow grease, to be honest with you.
Wait a minute, since your house is paper thin, so to speak, how do you handle all the insects?
Well,
Do
actually,
they bow before they enter the house?
well, the interior of my house is certainly a tatami house, so it is a Japanese style, but it's a concrete building, however, and therefore all you have to do is control the entryways, windows, doors, and stuff like that. So it's not so bad. But no, of course you have insects, you got spiders and stuff, but yeah, it is what it is. You can't do much about that. SJW Josh was in here. It says Chester can't stand things that aren't straight. Chester hates the gays. There we go. Thanks, Joshua. I'm glad you picked up on that and took it completely out of context. That's awesome. Yeah. Combo Bob is in here. Says howdy, folks. Howdy, Bob. If you want, you can come in here, Bob, and say hello. It's only George and I. We will be getting to the news. We got a bunch of stuff to cover, of course. But seems to be a very slow Saturday evening going on here for
Yes,
sure.
yes, it is.
Yeah, but definitely, guys, if you could hit that share button and let everybody know so they come over here and join us, we'd appreciate that. Yesterday, of course, was my day off. Well, it wasn't a day off. I had to go up to the city and run the kids English club type of thing. That's always fun, but boy, is that exhausting, man. It's a lot of work. But we did have a good time. But the last show we did, of course, was the Drone Recorded Ultimate Edition, and we had Martina from Lady Alchemy, and that was a lot of fun, dude. I quite enjoyed talking to her. She's a very interesting lady, and it's a beautiful project she has there. So that was a fun show, and I know a lot of people showed up to check that out. So thank you guys very much. And Bob said he will come in. He's threatening us. All right, there it is.
Oh no, I challenge you, Bob. I challenge you to get in here in less than 1 minute. Oh my gosh,
Tank's here.
is that you, Bob?
No, that's
Hey,
Tank.
how's it going?
Wow. Hey, dude, how come every time I talk to you, your technology gets worse? What's going on, dude?
Am I roboting again?
No, but I can hear you. But it's definitely there's some. It sounds like you're coming out of the 1930s, but you're not roboting, so good enough. We'll take it. And now he's all shy and he shut off his mic. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. But
Is that better?
it is a little bit better. Yeah, that's good. How are you doing today, Tank?
I am doing good, thank you, sir. How are you?
I am very, very good. Like I said, we did have a big old typhoon hit in Japan, but it didn't come anywhere near me. So I just got the nice backlash wind, which I love the wind. I had a really good day
Mhm.
yesterday. I went to Toyota finally because I'm in the process of buying a new car to see if there's anything over there, and it was like, nope. I don't like Toyota. I much prefer Honda. I don't know. It seems to be you're
Well,
either a Toyota person or a Honda person. It seems. I don't know.
right. Well, here in America, I like Toyota because they manufacture locally, and I like a company that likes that its workers can afford its own product.
Oh, well, then there you go. That's a good point. I didn't see anything I liked though. I did see the Helix or the Hilux, however you want to pronounce it. It's a big old nice truck. I was thinking about it, but here in Japan, that's kind of stupid thing to buy. Need something a little more agile, you know. But
A little more compact.
yeah, no, all right. I mean, but it is a pretty looking truck though, and that's one thing. If I were to buy a Toyota, it's the trucks that I would buy because they do a really good job with that. Hey, Denali, what's going on, dude?
Nothing much, just chilling around, just listening to you guys talk for the moment.
I see. Enjoying your Sunday
Mm-hmm.
or Saturday, actually. Sorry, Saturday. Hey,
Yeah.
Bob, what's going on, dude? Honda cars have no installation. Ah, well, that's something I never thought about, Nick. I never really had one in cold weather, so fair point, I guess. I think it's just Honda has the best engines. I mean, it's just that's kind of the thing for me. I guess I'm a car guy, so I prefer the Honda over the Toyota. But nevertheless, what do you think, Bob? What do you prefer? Are you a Honda person or a Toyota person, or screw the Japanese?
Well, I'm not a car guy, so
Okay.
but I did. I used to have I used to have a Honda Civic, so
Yeah,
I guess
well,
I'd be a Honda guy.
there you go. I am thinking because right now I think I've got it down to I'm either going to buy the Mercedes CLA or I'm going to buy the Honda STI. So
Damn.
it's either one of those.
Hashtag ballin'.
Not really. CLA is kind of their low end model, but it's a nice sporty car. It drives beautifully too.
Dude, I'm driving around a friggin' Volkswagen Passat, so it's balling to me.
Oh, I see. I see. Yeah. Dave says, "Have you driven a Ford lately?" I haven't had. I had a Ford 150 back in the 80s. I liked it. It was a little truck, of course. I enjoyed it, but I haven't had a Ford since. No, 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 no. I had a Ford. I can't remember what it was called. During the 90s, what were the cop cars? The Ford what? I had one of
Oh,
those.
is it the Interceptors?
The Taurus. The Taurus.
The Taurus. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
That
had one. I did have a
was my
Ford
first
Taurus.
car.
Was
My
it?
first
Yeah.
car was a Ford Taurus. Yeah, in '86. Yeah, it was a good little car.
Yeah.
Anybody here a fan of Cabin Boy?
The movie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember it.
Yep. My car's name was the Filthy Whore.
Oh, that's nice. Thanks, Tank.
That's from the
These pipes
movie.
are clean.
Oh goodness gracious. Now, I did. It's not a Ford, but I did have a Mercury Cougar, that special edition that they came out with in the '90s, or early 2000s maybe. I had one of those. Those were nice. But the Ford Short Bus, no, I've never had one of those, Dragon. But anyway, enough on cars. Let's get over and start talking a little bit about news. Nice to see all you guys in here. Let me see here. Hold on a second. Now, actually, I should do this first. Sorry. Hold on. Now, the first bit of news we have today is actually, it's kind of sad news. I mean, he's really, really old person that has passed away, but this actor is quite incredible character actor that's been around forever. Robert Forrester has passed away, and Denali, go ahead.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was through brain cancer that he passed away on, but he passed away yesterday from complication of his cancer. So, Godspeed, sir. Godspeed.
Absolutely. Now,
Yeah.
he was really old though when he passed away. He doesn't look as old as he actually is. What was he, 80 something, right?
No, he's 70. I think he's 78,
78.
79.
78. Okay, so almost 80. But yeah, this fella here. I mean, of course, I know you guys recognize him. Of course you do. But I just kind of want to look at his career because this guy has been in so much stuff. It's hard to comprehend actually.
Yeah.
Nick says, Chester, seriously, don't get the Mercedes. You would be better off with the Honda. Yeah, I am leaning more toward the Honda, Nick. It's the Mercedes is fun, but it's a lot more hassle when it has trouble. It doesn't mean it's guaranteed to have trouble, but it is more hassle. I probably will go with the Honda. And that freaking STI just throws you in the seat, dude. Just hitting that turbo, it's awesome. But anyway, let's take a look at his filmography here. I mean, as you guys can see,
I'll tell you. I'll
go
tell
ahead.
you one thing though. This guy, like you said, he's been in a lot of stuff.
Yes.
But to me, he's forever going to be Captain Dan Holland from the Black Hole.
Yeah, no, I get it. George said the exact same thing. We were talking about it earlier. But as you guys see, he started in 1967 in his film career, and a lot of these things you guys might or might not recognize. But there's a mix of movies and TVs in here. But it's just so much stuff, and he's done, of course, a lot of TV stuff. And of course, the first thing here that comes to my mind is Police Story. The rest of the stuff I don't know offhand, but Police Story, of course, was a big series in the mid '70s. It was very popular, and he's in. Let's see, he was in 5 episodes of that. So that's probably where the first place I would have recognized him because my parents loved that series. But he was in Avalanche. Yeah, I remember that movie. That was a disaster movie. Yeah. Of course, The Black Hole, The Lady in Red. Goodness gracious, Standing Tall. Wow, what a great movie, dude. You guys ever seen that? Of course, that's been done 2 or 3 times, I think.
I think you're mistaking that for Walking Tall.
Wow, you're right. I am doing it. Okay, Dwayne Johnson did a Walking Tall, didn't he? Alligator.
Alligator.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the one that everybody else is talking about.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Magnum PI. My grandmother absolutely loved that.
I forgot about Goliath Awaits. You guys remember that? That was the one where they find it's the ocean liner that got turned upside down and they thought it sank, but they actually built a society inside of it.
Oh, really? So you talk about the Poseidon Adventure.
It's kind of like Poseidon. Yeah, it's like a sci-fi almost film where the captain of this ocean liner, they found a way to survive on the ship for like 20 years. When the ship was turned upside down, they found it was like underwater. It was almost like a submarine.
Oh, I see. That's interesting.
It was one of those. Yeah, it was one of those goofy made for TV sci-fi films like they did in like the 70s and early 80s.
Awesome. I have to go check that out then because I love the Poseidon Adventure, and it's taking a little bit off of that. It sounds like it. But of course, we have Delta Force, awesome. Tales from the Dark Side, great TV series that was going on in the past. And please don't let that dude who did Twilight reboot it. Please, God, oh please don't. Did you guys see that reboot? That was horrible, man. I mean, how can you screw
Twilight
up the
Zone.
well? How do you screw up the Twilight Zone that much? I mean, honestly.
You make it all about identity politics.
Shocking, dude. William Tell. I remember the William Tell series, dude. That was actually do young people in America even know the story of William Tell anymore? I wonder.
Probably not.
Well, because I keep hearing them scream something about America never being great, but whatever. Go read the story of William Tell and tell me America's not great, you bastards. But anyway, moving on. Mick and Frankie. Oh God, he's so much stuff, dude. Peacemaker. Let's try just things that I'm. Jake and the Fat Man. That was a killer series, dude. You guys ever see that?
I remember that. Yeah.
That was a really good detective show,
God,
actually.
What was the name of the guy who was the main character in that?
The big,
who played the big guy.
The Fat Man. Yeah. I don't remember offhand, but he was a great actor. Yeah. But it was a really good show, guys. Let me see here. Maniac Cop. Yes. Praise the Maniac Cop series. Thank you very much. Let's see what else. South Beach, American Yakuza. It wasn't very good. Scanner Cop 2. That's awesome. B movie-ness. Murder She Wrote. I mean, just look at this freaking filmography, dude. Look at Jackie Brown, of course, big one. Everybody and their brother was in Jackie Brown, though.
Yeah, that was one that kind of relaunched his career.
Did it? Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah, Spawn. He did a voice in Spawn.
Yeah. That was a great series. Much better than the movie. If you guys haven't seen that HBO series, go check that out. Cowboys and Angels. Just
Supernova.
look at this. Look at it. Look at it. And he's a face everyone recognizes, He's just a great character actor, has done a lot of stuff. I know we haven't taken time with other guys to do this with their passing away, but I just when I saw when George told me he passed away, and I just in the back of my head it was like, God, that guy's in everything. So I went and checked it, and I was right. He is.
Oh crap, that's right. He was the dad. He was the Petrelli's dad in the Heroes TV series.
He was. Yeah, he was. Yeah. He's just a great actor. So, and he's working right up to the last moment too, guys. I mean, let me get to the top here.
He's in El Camino,
yeah,
which I watched that day.
Yeah,
which was really weird.
And they're bringing back Spielberg's Amazing Stories, I guess, and they were in the process of filming that. So I don't know what they're going to do with that because that says it's in filming. Hopefully, they got everything they needed from him or close enough. He was in The Last Stand, which was
Last Man Standing. That's that series with Tom Allen, right?
I don't know. It's not The Last Stand. It's The Last Man Standing. I don't know. I thought that was a comedy show, but maybe not.
That is a comedy show.
Yeah, Tim Allen. Yeah, it's Tim Allen's show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. He plays the one guy's dad or something.
Oh, right. Yeah, he does.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I just wanted to. Jackie Brown is underrated. You're right, Samali. But I just wanted to take a little minute and stroll through his filmography because the dude's awesome, man. And he will be missed. He's a great guy. At Twin Peaks as well. We missed that. Safe journey, sir, and thank you for all your efforts because great actor. All right. Well, let's move over to our. Say that again, Tank. Okay.
I said Godspeed.
Godspeed, absolutely. Let's come over to our first article of today. Dinale, go ahead and take it away.
All right, from Bounding into Comic, Hearthstone caster Brian Kibler quits in protest of Blitzchung ban. So,
now, that's not a very coherent sentence. Can you explain to me what the hell they're talking about, please?
So another famous Grandmaster player and caster who was signed up for Blizzard for their Hearthstone tournament quit in protest.
Oh, for the Hong Kong kid. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I see.
basically, he's saying, I can't in good conscience continue doing that when, you're censoring people, kind of deal.
Yeah, this little
Yeah,
quote, little
it's a crap show.
Yeah, no, Blizzard's got themselves in real trouble, and this one isn't going away like they'd hope it would, and good. But it says right here, I won't pretend to understand either the intricacies or the geopolitical situation in China and Hong Kong, or the full extent of Blizzard's business interests there. But to me, this penalty feels like it is deeply rooted in both. The heavy-handedness of it feels like someone insisted that Blizzard make an example of Blitz Chung, not only to discourage others from similar acts in the future, but also to appease those upset by the outburst itself. That kind of appeasement is simply not something I can, in good consciousness, be associated with. When I learned about the ruling, I reached out to Blizzard and informed them that I no longer feel comfortable casting the Grandmasters finals at BlizzCon. I will not be a smiling face on the camera that tactically endorses this decision, or tacitly, sorry. Unless something changes, I will not have. I will have no involvement in Grandmasters moving forward. Well, it's it continues, but I think this tells us one, this guy is very well spoken, which is awesome, and
Mhm.
he's right. He's absolutely right. You should not bring politics in. And of course, the thing that we've been mentioning little things left and right, South Park, et cetera, et cetera. This is the problem with China. They have zero sense of humor, and they lash out like a child at every little teeny comment by anybody. Anybody. They try to shut you down. And it's like, you do realize you're a government. You should have a little bit bigger balls than this. It just shows you the absolute insanity that is the Communist Party in China. That they care about these little things that should mean nothing to them. You know.
Well,
Uh,
Chester, Xi Jinping, the premier of China, he's just sad because Hong Kong has all the good honey.
Yeah. It is true. Now, of course, Tank is making a reference to a very actual thing. A lot of people says he looks like Winnie the Pooh, and they call him Pusan. He gets very upset. He's so upset that he gets called Pusan that he banned Winnie the Pooh in China. I'm not joking. He banned Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
Of all characters, he's banned in China.
I
This
know, like
is
who doesn't want to be lovable, dude?
one of the
Yeah,
most
and they just
kind-hearted
banned.
characters. Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead,
and
Bob.
they even went a step further. There's a character named Mai who's an Overwatch character, and they started adopting her in place of Winnie the Pooh. And not only are they trying to ban that character now, but Blizzard actually they have a Mai statue for sale. They actually took it off the sale.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Every little thing, dude. And I guarantee you, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of other little things that we're not even catching because all the big news is just
Oh, yeah.
shadowing everything. I guarantee you. China is just lost their damn mind when it comes to this kind of silly, silly stuff. I mean, it's shocking to me. Let me see what the chat has to say. This is kind of going by here. People have opinions. Nick says, oh, here, I already read that. Dragon says, I recently got my learner's permit and really, I was using my uncle's new minivan to get used to driving. It's weird because it has all the new junk. When you're fit, it is on the brake and it turns off the engine. All right. And instead of a stick shifter, they have a knob. That is, he's talking about a Mercedes. That is one thing I really didn't like when I was test driving the Mercedes, or I mean, looking at the Mercedes. The shifter is on the left hand, where you would have the windshield wiper or the blinker. It's very bizarre. And I was like, do you have some system in place to keep people from screwing that up? I mean, it's so unintuitive as far as driving goes. But yeah, I agree with that. Let's see. Jackie Brown is underrated. We read that already. That's true. I prefer Devil Speed. All right, fine. Rest in peace, Max Cherry. All right. Taiwan number one. Okay, number one. All right. I heard Blizzard gave Chung all his winnings and reduced suspension today. That's good, but I mean, too little, too late. I'd say. Really. Because this nonsense has been going on for a while. It's enough already. Fenrir is here. Says first Diablo Immortal. Now this. What's next? Are they going to one up Bethesda or on PR nightmares for 2019? They might, dude. But Bethesda's a kind of a newer comer to all this nonsense, but they are trying to catch up as quick as they can. That's true. Ban all the poo. I agree, Dragon. Uh,
Now,
my wife
Chester,
is laughing at that. Yeah, go ahead, Denali.
everyone, everyone up here is aware of what started all of this, correct? That mainland China wanted to extradite people from Hong Kong to mainland China, and that's in their treaty.
Well,
That's supposed to be valid until 2047. So that's what started all of this.
no, it's true.
So
Basically, what had happened is China. Anybody who said anything against China, or any kind of a bookstore owner who was carrying books that were anti-China, they were basically just kidnapping them and disappearing them in China. And of course, people were complaining about that. So China said the China solution to their illegal kidnapping and probably murder was to just legalize it.
Yeah, which goes from completely against the treaty that they signed with Britain when they handed it back over to them.
Yeah, no, that's true. It is. But I mean, really, what we need is Hong Kong to be independent. It would be a city-state type of situation, but Hong Kong is one of the few places in the world that could survive as a city-state without the
Yeah.
infrastructure of a country behind it, because it's basically a trade nexus, right? There's a lot of places in the world that might want independence, but they couldn't handle it. But Hong Kong could. We'll see. We'll see. But the problem is, Mr. Trump there, we know he's very much a dove. He's not a hawk. He really doesn't want to get involved in war stuff, and I get that. But unless he decides to fully back Hong Kong, I don't know how much luck they're going to have with this. You know what I mean? Wow, I silenced the entire group.
Hong
No,
Kong.
I was just waiting because I thought maybe you were going to say something else.
No,
Yeah.
I don't know
You
what
went
else
so
to say.
long.
Yeah.
Yeah, you went so long, Chester. We were like, okay.
No,
But
but yeah, I agree with you, man.
no, I mean, it's really troubling. Like we've been talking in the last couple videos about China, they have a lot of corporate interests
They do.
into our entertainment that, we are, I think more people are awakening to the fact that look how much they have dug into our entertainment and live unbeknownst to us. And we need to, be aware of such things.
Yeah.
Like, for example, AMC theaters, one of the largest chains in North America uh, continent, is owned by the Chinese.
Yeah.
Is that not disturbing? I mean, it's in the news. It's been there, reported. So that's something to be, something to be aware of as well. Kind of
Well, most people do not pay attention to anything, dude. I mean, that's just the reality. They just don't. So these things don't matter, and people don't want to boycott their own fun, which I get. And of course, one of the problems we do have politically, we know there's a bunch of nonsense going on in the Democratic Party right now, but the thing with Trump as well, I mean, he's a business guy, but and he has to manage the business the best he can, whether you like the results or not. Because, I mean, like for instance, we all know that in the Middle East, the absolute worst country in the Middle East is Saudi Arabia. But yet we have to do
Oh yeah.
business with Saudi Arabia, and Trump understands that, and he's going straight forward with it, taking the side of Saudi Arabia. And you could blame him for not his lack of purity of thought, which I don't know why you would ever accuse Trump of such a thing. But I mean, it is what it is, right? Because Saudi Arabia has a death grip on the oil industry, and they have a lot of influence, even though they're the absolute worst of Islam. So I mean, what are you going to do, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's like when we have this region like that that's such a hotbed.
Yeah.
Their concern is we need as many allies over there as we possibly can. So where do you draw the line with turning your eye away? And it's a tricky situation, but it's also one that's very obvious.
It is. And we could have raised up any of those Arabic countries, or even the Persian ones,
Yeah.
if we wanted to. The reason why Saudi Arabia got risen up, which is interesting because it is kind of the worst of the terrorists is coming out of there, the funded terrorists anyway, is the fact that Saudi Arabia is very happy to work with Israel, oddly enough. And you would think they wouldn't be, but they are. At least the government is. And therefore, what you have is Israel and Saudi Arabia versus the rest of Islam is what's going on.
Yeah.
And of course, the media does a great job of not showing you this. But if you go and do little bit of research and pay attention, you'll notice that is exactly what's going on. So it's interesting. It is interesting. Geopolitical
Sounds like
conversations.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good tinfoil Tuesday would be to do some have a guy from wearechange.org on and talk some geopolitics and how we got here.
Yeah, we
Oh
could
God, no,
do that.
good.
Yeah.
I'm so
comic book
ignorant in
nerds, you know.
geopolitics when it comes right down to it, really, man. I was like,
Oh, I could bore you to death for hours. Don't worry about it. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. I mean, it's a crap situation, man, and I don't know how it's going to resolve itself. But moving on.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a bit of sad news right here. Go ahead, Dinale.
Right.
Yeah.
This is from Newsarama. Mike DeCarlo's asking for your help after family health emergency.
Great
he's
inker.
Yeah, great veteran inker. A lot of great stories, and unfortunately, he's been having a lot of rough patches recently with his wife's health and in its own dilemmas for everything that's going on. And I just want to share out this story just to to help him out and get more people eyes on it, kind of deal.
Yeah, and this is an unfortunate situation. It's not a single car accident that has caused this trouble. It's two. I mean, talk about bad luck in one family, right? And they do have a GoFundMe, and we know these comic guys don't make lots of money. Although we kind of wish they would come over here to this side and try to make some money, because really, if we get a lot of these bigger names, which we have gotten some, and it is growing, but if we have more and more bigger names, it's going to become more and more a center of what's going on, and it'll pull more of the unaware audience becoming aware, and we'll have it'll become a bigger thing here. Of course, what we want. But here is the GoFundMe page. Mike DeColor's wife, Tracy, needs your help. And they've raised $8,000 so far on this one. But I do believe they had raised some money from other stuff before, right?
Right. For the initial one, when Medicaid denied their coverage.
Right.
So, and then they had to pay another $5,000.
Now, why would Medicaid deny them, though, Dinale?
Because Medicaid's more for long-term services than it is for first services. So really, Medicaid is your last resort insurance, and you have to show extreme, you have to be really poor, and you really have to be like in desperation mode to use Medicaid. It's not really for your first go insurance. For that.
Yeah. I have to say, you guys know I'm a libertarian when it comes politically, but the medical system in America is very screwed up, and I know this from personal experiences. You guys know I've told you about the situations with my daughter's leukemia and such, and how much money that cost me. I mean, ridiculous amounts of money, and I could have had paid 10% of what I ended up paying, because I could have took the lower treatment for my daughter because it was covered under healthcare because she's a kid. But when they come to you as a parent and they say, well, you can do this one isn't covered by insurance, but she'll probably live through this one, or you could take the lower one and take your 10% chance of survival. I mean, it's ridiculous. Of course, as a parent, you're going to take the best chance for your child to survive, and it's just disgusting to me. And it's a broken system for damn sure. And I understand where he's coming from, because now I was working in Hawaii. I worked for the government over there, and I made good money, right? And it still absolutely buried me, dude. Buried me, right?
Yeah.
So, and I don't know this guy's financial situation, but being a comic book inker, chances are I was doing much better than he was at that time. And this can be devastating, these medical costs, dude.
Yeah. No, Chester, that's another tinfoil talk we need to have. Is why is medical care so much more expensive in the United States
than elsewhere? Yeah.
And no, that's a good one we need to have, because this is heartbreaking. Seeing Mike DeCarlo having to ask for help, and haven't seen anybody who's been working hard their whole life, not have enough for medical expenditures. Not like the guy's been, driving around in Maseratis or nothing like the sort,
No. Yeah.
And I talk about that frequently with Neil Adams, living out of motels for 11 months out of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not okay. It's not okay, and it needs to change.
It does. They need to find a better system. To be honest with it, I've kind of looked into this just for my own looking around, and the European system I think works to a point, although it is overly taxed. The Canadian and British system are absolute crap because basically what they offer you, they do have a complete coverage, but they offer you the absolute minimum thing they can offer you. To be honest,
Chester, I'm telling you, man. I'm your guy. You have me on your tinfoil talk.
all
We'll
right.
talk about this. I've
Let's talk
read
about healthcare.
documents and I can provide them. Oh, buddy.
Yeah, that's
It's
bad, dude.
good.
But
Oh, it's
here in Japan,
terrible.
it is. But
It's good
here in
tinfoil.
Japan, it's covered. It's covered well. It's a smart system.
Yep.
It just works well. But the thing that makes it work well here in Japan, Tank, is the fact that the doctors are, I guess, in a way regulated. So you don't have these outrageous charges that are coming from these
Even
doctors,
more than
right?
that, the medical suppliers and pharmaceutical companies
Hmm.
are regulated as to they have profit caps,
Yes, they do.
profit
Yeah,
margin cap, which
yeah,
is fair.
it
That's
is.
fair because that's profit. That's extra money. That's making your money back and then some.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Now
We'll have a good tinfoil talk on this one, my
All
friend.
right. Okay. But to be fair though, I will mention that one thing that other countries don't have to burden themselves with that America does is all that research that is coming out of that's improving and moving science forward. I mean, we can argue that too. That's a definitely point of contention. But all of that technology that's moving forward is being spent by the American pharmaceutical companies. So they're burdening themselves with all that cost, which can be billions, right? And all the other countries in the world are just kind of taking off of it and in essence getting the medicine for free in a way. So that is a part of it. I get that. That is a burden that America has. And what we should do is figure out a system internationally where everyone can kind of share that burden, right? And regulate it to the point where that cost that is lowered considerably. But anyway, I don't want to get into a big old huge conversation on it, but yeah, it sucks, man. So what my suggestion would be is if you've got some extra cash laying around and you would like to help this guy and him and his wife, please do. Just throw a little cash at him. It's
$5 helps. $5 from
yeah,
a dozen people is $60.
yeah, it is, and we all know how absolutely debilitating these costs can be. So. Anyway, we're going to move on, but check it out at least, guys. You can share it out too to other people that check it out. Anyway, what we should try to do is see if we can't get him on here to talk to us. I don't know if he would come on, but
That would be a good idea.
yeah, just have a chat with him
And
and talk about the GoFundMe.
if you got one of your mods can drop that in the chat, that'd probably be a good idea.
That would be appreciated. Todd can do that, I think, or Dinale. But yeah, guys, definitely check it out. And if anybody has any contact with DiCarlo, just let him know. We'd love to talk to him and support him. So anyway, moving on. Dinale, please tell me this isn't true. Please tell me that I'm not looking at this. Dinale,
It's there.
please.
It's true. It's true. It's all true.
God.
If it was Jared
That man
Padalecki,
doesn't have another fist under his beard. He's not qualified.
That's true. I agree, Tank. I mean, come on. God. Go ahead, Dinale. Damn it.
Yeah, so from TV line, Walker, Texas Rangers being rebooted and headed to the CW. So it's probably going to be more Tucker, Texas drama Ranger.
Oh, absolutely.
But it's starring one of the Supernatural stars, Jared. I can't even pronounce.
Padalecki.
Padalecki.
Padalecki, yeah.
Yeah. as Chuck Norris' titular role.
Yeah, Walker.
So
Now, George, you had mentioned something earlier, which I think has some validity. You want to comment on that, George?
Yeah, if Chuck Norris appears in the first episode as the father or the grandfather passing on the mantle to his grandkid or kid, it would legitimize the series.
Yeah, but yeah, I get your point, and of course there is a lot of truth to that, George, because Chuck Norris is literally a living legend deity. But the problem is, Jared here, we've seen for years. He is a drama boy, and Dinale's joke is not a joke. I'm sure it's exactly what we're going to see. He can't fight to save his life. I mean, it's kind of his character, the fact that he can't do nothing, and he's got to be saved by his brother Dean all the time, right? So,
Yeah.
how in the world is he going to be Walker, Texas Ranger?
Well, it is true. I mean, in the shadow of Chuck Norris. I mean, for crying out loud, Chuck Norris starred in Star Wars, and I mean, he was just immensely amazing.
Okay.
So he's got big shoes to fill.
Yes, thank you, George. That was very, very helpful.
I think they got the wrong Winchester brother for this.
Yeah, no, Dean would have been a better choice for sure. But I don't know why you don't go find a martial artist who can, because the thing about Texas Ranger, I mean, with Chuck Norris, I mean, the dude walks in a room, he needs to say nothing, literally no words needed. He's kind of that kind of actor that just takes the entire scene without speaking. One, two. Chuck Norris is a true to life actual martial artist, and a very, very good one. And another thing Chuck Norris has done that he doesn't get much credit for, he was one of the very important figures of making karate a national commercial thing in the States. Now we know that after the war, the Japanese military took karate to use it for their training because they saw the value of it. But it was Chuck Norris and other people like him that made it a commercial thing. So if you've gone and took karate as a kid in America, there's a really good chance that you were doing something that had some association with Chuck Norris, right?
Yeah.
So
and he's a legitimate mixed martial artist now too. People don't know this. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu now. Like he's continuing to train and learn.
Yeah, no, Chuck Norris badass. We all know that. We bow at the altar of Chuck Norris. Absolutely. But this is a weird thing to me. This is very strange choice to me.
Yeah,
Chester, this is a new direction they're taking with the character. He's going to be the funky walker, dirty talker Texas Ranger, as opposed to the
that might be well true. Tank.
Texas Ranger.
Yeah, but just come on, take a look at it here. We got this image here of Chuck Norris as Walker. Looks cool. Look at the fashion sense of this idiot. You don't put stripes on top of stripes, you moron.
Padalecki would make a better Renegade reboot. Lorenzo Lamas, another dancer. So, Padalecki's a dancer. He's going to fake it. But sorry, man, he just doesn't hold up to the 1976 World Karate Champion.
No, he does not.
Yeah.
And Lorenzo Lamas, I get your joke. I understand the joke. But Lorenzo also had that type of screen presence, though. He did. He's very hot, but he also can, for the ladies, and there's nothing wrong with that. But he also could hold his own. He's another actor that can not say a word and control a scene, right? The problem with Jared is he can't do that. He's kind of a soy boy, really.
Dang it, Chester! I was trying to cut the guy some slack.
I mean, how can you be casting him when Chuck Liddell's out there, man?
Right. Because I don't know if Chuck can act at all.
Well, to be honest, neither can Chuck Norris. I mean, but still, come on.
Yeah,
I think the difference is that if you put Chuck Norris, he's going to be Chuck Norris, even no matter what it is.
True. That's right. And that's a good thing. Yeah. And Bob, you should be a little bit careful because you might have the entire state of Texas rise up upon you, sir.
Whatever.
We don't want to lose our Bob. That would be horrible.
He is in the State Texas Ranger Museum. Chuck Norris is. I have been there in Waco, Texas.
Uh-huh.
It's actually quite a fun museum.
Man,
recommend it.
another person who would be good for that. Randy Couture would be good for that too. Damn.
Oh, dude, there's a ton of people who'd be better for it. Someone who could probably pull it off really well, and I know I'm going to get a lot of balking, but Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
Tom Hardy could do that.
What's his name? Clint Eastwood's son. That guy would be good for it too.
Yeah, no, we've been seeing him
Yeah,
do
Scott
some
Eastwood.
work. Yeah, no, that's true.
I think we farm somebody new. We grab Ramsey Dewey, in a YouTube and internet martial arts expert, actual expert.
This is the
and,
guy with
put
the
him
bow
in a
staff
wig,
that's falling
have him
over
grow out a
himself, right?
beard.
Oh, goodness. All right.
Oh, dude, no! If you don't know who Ramsey Dewey is, go look him up. This guy's legit.
All right. I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Oh God, why did you
He's
do
not
this?
an actor. You see, we're farming outside of Hollywood.
Ramsey Dewey, maybe. There's a
Dewey.
fight. There it is. All right, I'm checking it out. All right, here we go. All right, he's got a strange name, but
And he's got a channel here on YouTube that any of the mods could find real quick and post a link to.
So which one is him?
He's the bald one.
He's the bald one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, throw him in a wig.
Yeah, his win-loss record is not good.
Well, he looks kind of crap already. Oh no, he ended up on the top of that though.
Yeah, he says he's famous for saying some really outlandish stuff.
Yeah, go watch his YouTube though. He's got a presence to him.
Yeah,
I'm seeing if he could be Walker Texas Ranger, dude. That's first and foremost. First of all, he doesn't move well.
Don't forget to pause.
Well, I don't have volume on.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't know what the. Okay, they're back up. He doesn't really move well, and he lost this fight. So yeah, I don't know why. No. Okay, I'm Xing it. It's X'd. But anyway, I don't know even what to say. I guess we'll pay attention to this and see how it develops. But man, you are touching, golden idols with this thing, dude. There's certain things you shouldn't touch.
Cloth with this one.
You touch what?
Touching cloth.
Yeah, no, absolutely, dude. It's it's one of those things you shouldn't touch. But this is one of the problems with these people and these Hollywood types. They think they're above everything. They're so arrogant. They don't care, right? And this is a perfect example of it because I don't have anything against Jared. I mean, we've been joking against him, but I don't have nothing against this guy. I mean, he's fine, but he's not Walker. He's just not.
He's actually a decent person too, Jared Padalecki. He's actually like he's pretty altruistic and philanthropic. So he's a good guy. I don't think he's ready for the role. Maybe as the sidekick.
So who's playing the black guy from Matlock? Uh oh. All right, better move on quick here. All right, go ahead, Dinale. Yeah.
So from Cinema Blend, they're talking about the different incarnation of the Joker. Specifically, this one, the writer Mick Justice is talking about how watching Joaquin Phoenix Joker has changed his view on Gerald's Joker, and he says he no longer likes Gerald Joker because it seems, in better words, more shallow than what Joaquin Phoenix Joker presented. But the reason why I posted this was more because that sparks a conversation. It's how does the different portrayal of each actor changes your feeling towards the Joker, because everybody has their favorite Joker, from Jack Nicholson to Romano's to
Romero,
Mark Hamill. Yeah.
Well, as far as voices, Mark Hamill wins every day, all day.
Right,
but the problem with this, though, Dinale, is Jared Leto was not playing the Joker. He was playing some kind of gangbanger leader. It's not the Joker. They completely, and I don't know if it's his fault or not, but it was a complete lack of understanding what the Joker is. And thankfully, they cut most of the Joker out of the movie, and he's very upset about it. We covered that, where he's really upset that they cut all his scenes out. But I'm sure they did it for a reason, because it's not the Joker. He's a gang boss. They don't get it, dude. And I have no trouble with Jared Leto. I think he's a pretty good actor overall, but dude, his Joker sucked. It's so bad that I didn't want to acknowledge its existence, dude.
Yeah, it was bad.
So I don't know what to say about that, but I agree with the writer, I guess. But I don't know who's your favorite Joker guys so far.
I would have to say is performance-wise, I think Ledger was best, but I don't know, man. There's just something about that Nicholson Joker that keeps coming back.
Cesar Romero, closest to a comic book Joker as ever it gets.
Except for shaving off the mustache, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he wouldn't
I
do
know.
that, would he? Yeah, that was funny. Samali says the script in Suicide Squad failed everyone. You're right, dude. It absolutely did. But yeah, no, for me, I know that this is a voice actor and not an actual actor, but it's Mark Hamill, dude. He is. I mean, I know he's been an absolute jackass recently. I get that, but he's freaking the Joker, man. I mean, it's
Yeah.
hands down for me. Although I did appreciate what was the boy in that passed away? What was his name?
Oh, Heath Ledger?
Yeah, he did do a great job. It wasn't really a Joker, but it was freaking awesome though. I mean, he killed that dude.
Yeah.
I'm telling
It
you
was a
that.
dynamite.
It's kind of like that performance that it's like the current Joker. Not really comic accurate, but the performance was fantastic.
Yeah, see, I haven't seen it yet. I want to see it though. My wife and I are looking forward to it. But it's the thing
Yeah.
with Heath Ledger. There was a scene in that movie where Batman and he are in the holding room, the interrogation room, I guess it's called. Dude,
Right.
that is one of the best acting scenes in movie history, actually. That
Yeah.
scene
Yeah.
particularly, it's damn, you can feel it. He's just thundering you through the screen, man. It's freaking awesome.
Well, he
Yeah.
also
And
told Christian Bale to really hit me, so he was really
Yeah.
taking those punches.
Yeah, no, it
Yeah,
was.
and it's so encapsulates the relationship between those two characters. It
Yeah,
really does.
yeah, but yeah, no, interesting. Anybody else having another opinion on their favorite Joker?
Well, Cesar Romero was the Joker I grew up with when I was
Sure,
little. He was
sure.
super fun. But Mark Hamill is,
Yeah.
I think, he really captured it. I mean, animated or not, and that point, we'll just toss them in as a team. Mark Hamill and Bruce Timm
Yeah.
created the most iconic Joker. I mean, just beautiful, beautiful.
It is.
Yeah.
Was.
No.
Yeah.
Admittedly, when I read a comic with the Joker talking in it, that's the voice I hear in my head. So
No, that's
Now
right.
here's poses another question: is do we attribute Mark Hamill because he's been performing the Joker in more versions than all the other actors, or is it because he's really good? Because there could be that.
Oh no, it's because he's really good.
tremulous.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's why I say Mark Hamill and Bruce Timm specifically, like that combination right there, that Joker specifically, which has been around in plenty of animated features, but that specific Joker right there is just the most iconic, captures like the heart of the character.
Yeah, I can end this conversation anyway. Very, very easily. Let's see here. Let's find one. Oh, this right here. Yeah. No, I don't want that one. I want the one. Damn it, these things.
That was a pretty good one where he did Heath Ledger's Joker. He did Heath Ledger's lines.
Did he? Okay, let's check that one out. I was looking for another one specifically, but
Mark.
Yeah.
I have to thank you so much. You have no idea how much this means to me.
This is a question?
This is a question.
Happy birthday to him. Okay, here's a short story. Huge fan. Grew up with you. Big part of my life. Influence. How would you interpret Heath Ledger's Joker's lines? Like how would your version of Joker interpret how it got me started?
All right, back to Adam's question. Heath Ledger? Is that what he's asking about?
Yeah, how would your Joker do his lines?
I never thought about that. I mean, what happened was, when I saw The Dark Knight, I just was amazed at what an original take on but it
That's
was.
true.
Good Lord, get to the part.
I'm just enjoying it. You hush.
It was tremendous. What an accomplishment. And I've never seen such a tongue-centric performance since Hannibal Lecter, where he creeped you out with that slithery tongue. I mean, I thought it was so original. I mean, whether it's the screenwriter or Heath Ledger or Christopher Nolan or all the three combined, I mean, you couldn't, I mean, it's like an alternate reality where that's as valid a Joker as anything that's ever been done.
Wow, you just can't hate Mark Hamill for too long, huh?
Comic book,
Yeah.
and that's fine. But I mean, I just had to take my hat off to all of them. I thought they were fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was just hoping you could say why so serious.
Why so serious?
Yeah. Yeah, only one line. It's enough. Yeah, freaking Hamill, dude. Yeah. Okay. Any comments?
Oh, it's absolutely fantastic. But in regards to being angry at Mark Hamill, it's like, what, you've never done anything inappropriate in your own life?
Never.
No. Yeah, be angry for a little bit,
Ever.
but you let it slide, because you know what? If you can't forgive other people, how do you expect them to forgive you for your minor transgressions of
That's true. Well, he does little things all the time that we just kind of ignore. But this last one, where he basically, of course, he wasn't. He was talking to Trump's daughter, but it was perceived as him as picking on a child. But yeah, no, whatever. He's just another libtard. What do you want?
Which is going to be fun.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, Birds of Prey is going to be crap. Although, do keep in mind, the animated series, it did one unforgivable thing, and they simply can't be forgiven for it. They created Harley Quinn. Next.
Yeah.
Ooh, we have a trailer. And what is this trailer?
Right. This is Disney live action of the Jungle Cruise.
Okay, now I seem to recall that being a ride or something.
Yes, it is a ride.
Cool. Finally, they're coming out with the movie for the ride. I love those movies. They're terrible.
And it's starring Emily Blunt and
I like
Dwayne
her.
Johnson.
I like both of them, though. All right, let's check it out. God, here.
Legend has it there is a tree in the Amazon that possesses unparalleled healing powers.
Ooh. It's a legendary tree in the Amazon. We've never seen that before. Ever. Right.
And the arrowhead is the key to unlocking it.
Oh. I do like Emily Blunt, though.
Hello. Just wanted you to know, this has been mislabeled.
This looks a little bit like Mummy.
Yeah, I'm getting the Mummy vibe.
He's shipping out, lads?
Of all the jungle cruises you can take in the Amazon, this one is undoubtedly the cheapest. But also the most thrilling.
Oh, yeah, see, I do remember this ride, dude, Dinale.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I have been on this at Disney World.
Yeah.
They recaptured that boat quite well.
Right. You know what's funny? It's still a 90-minute wait.
Nice. That is good.
Yeah.
Well, Dwayne's movie's usually fun, man.
Coming through.
Right.
Yeah.
God, he's getting thick. Damn it, boy. Stop with the steroids. You're too old for that shit.
Marauders.
Dude, have you ever seen his workout videos? They're friggin' insane.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, it's cool that his body is his money. I get it. But he's getting old to be... He's pouring steroids down his throat like crazy, dude. Damn, Dwayne.
Natives. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for.
Yeah, it's kind of got to the point where, like, no matter who he's fighting or what's going on, you're like, dude, that's not even a threat.
It's the eighth wonder of the world.
Yeah, you saw him winking at the natives, right?
We're headed upriver to Lagrimas de Cristal. We must secure our travel. Come on. Hello?
Not a good time.
My brother and I are looking for passage upriver.
Please go away.
I have a lot of money.
If you believe in legends,
Money
you should
opens
believe
all
in
doors.
curses too.
Thank you for giving us that life.
The supernatural thing. I don't know, guys. It looks good. I like Emily Blunt, man. She's one of my favorite actresses working right now, actually. And
Yeah,
she
I
should
think
have been
Josh
Captain
kind of hit
Marvel,
on
dude.
it.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
I think Josh hit on it. I think it's Jumanji on a boat.
It seems so. I think you're right. Yeah.
It's our back.
But it doesn't mean it won't be fun.
Oh no, I like the Jumanji.
Live. Dead is 15,000.
Guys, I got a little news flash for you.
Dead, I'd have to carry you. Dead's a lot
What?
harder
Steve's
to make.
returning to Blue's Clues?
No, Apple is gonna open up its own Hollywood studio.
Oh, really? Well, they got
Yeah,
the money
its
to
own
do it.
production. So we're
And
gonna have seven big studios now.
yeah. And Sumley, I hope so too. Every time we play a trailer, we have to be real worried about it and keep pausing and pausing and pausing because they give us copyright strikes for it, which is the silliest thing in the world, right? I mean, we're talking, it's your trailer, it's your commercial, it's free advertisement, you bastards. But I don't know. In this case, we seem to be liking it. We're not hating on it, see, because when we don't like stuff, we definitely get a copyright strike. It's coincidental that way. It's as if they're listening.
Here we go.
Oh, God, sorry, Frank.
Sorry, strong form.
I cannot swim.
You booked a river cruise and you can't swim? The price just went up.
Yeah, no, it is definitely Jumanji. It even starts with a J.
Go ahead, guys. Go ahead. I'll talk last.
Yeah. Well, like everybody is, if it has the mummy feels, it's Jumanji, but it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun flick. You know, don't expect anything more than what you're hoping to get out of it. And if it's if it keeps a smile on my face while I'm just watching them do stupid things, then that's okay.
Anybody else?
It looks kind of fun. I'll probably go see it and do a review on it.
Looks like a nice family movie, actually, is what it looks like. And
Yeah.
that's cool. Yeah, I'd rather see Jumanji the next level. Okay, Sumley, awesome. And Emily Blunt is old and English, yet I'd murder for her. Yeah. No, I like. Sumley says meh. Yeah, no, I agree. It is kind of meh. It's the same thing we see over and over, but it might be fun. I do like Dwayne Johnson. He's very enjoyable, and Emily's awesome. So.
Chester, this is the type of movie that you go see in IMAX in the 3D because this movie's not a movie; it's a ride.
It is.
This is just a visual adventure, and occasionally people talk to make somewhat of a coherent storyline that you've probably heard 1,000 times before. Look out for that waterfall! This is what it's going to be fun. Take the kids.
Yeah, no, I think it's definitely a family movie for sure, and those are fun.
Yeah, this is a 4D ride, so splurge on the 4D.
Yeah, and as you guys may notice here, that on my YouTube page, you see I have the Deus Deacon reviews. If you have not checked him out, he's an ugly Britishman. Of course, we know how annoying the British are, but this guy does great reviews on movies. If you like that kind of thing, I do love his stuff. Just keep in mind he's shockingly ugly. But anyway, what is this, Dinale? Why am I looking at a German superstar? There's no such thing.
Wow.
Now is the time on. Now is the time on Sprockets when we dance.
Yeah. Hasselhoff has something to say to you. but yeah, I brought it up because we're talking about China, and he tweeted out that he got banned from China for liking a South Park tweet.
Yeah, liking.
So if you like a South Park tweet, be sure that you are no longer invited to China.
I think we should all do it. Let's all go find that South Park tweet and like it all, one and all, so that we can all get officially banned by the Chinese government. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Doing it right now.
Do it right now. And you had me at Superstar German DJ. Thanks, Nick.
I am never showing my face in China. I have originated far many Winnie the Pooh memes directly at CCTV, the spokeshole for the Communist Party of China.
Yeah. Yeah, The thing that's really getting me, I mean, good on him, I guess, or bad on him, whatever. But the thing that's just really got me, of course, this is a crap channel again. But these mainstream dinosaur media, they can't meme, dude. They can't do the internet. But I still disagree. There's no such thing as a German superstar. It does not exist.
Again, I would point you back to the Hasselhoff.
He's not German. He's American. Thank you very much.
But he's a German.
Well, yeah, but he's Germany superstar. I mean, dude, we're export all the good stuff, even superstars.
All right, fine. I'll take it. That's fine. David Hasselhoff is awesome. I have to say, one thing about Hasselhoff that is always cool. He has no problem laughing at himself, and that's a good quality. And the Guardians of the Galaxy stuff with David were freaking hilarious, absolutely brilliant. I mean, James Gunn and that crew. Not only can you tell they're having just a lot of fun, but it's just so creative, man. You know.
Yeah. And it's that's there's a lot of people that can ingratiate themselves like Shatner. Shatner pokes fun at himself all the freaking time.
Sure. Yeah. I would love to see James Gunn take Shatner and do something with him in the next Guardians of the Galaxy. It would be awesome. Of course, the next Guardians, I think, is a straight up Guardians, but after that, we're getting an all women's Guardians. Am I right on that, or am I wrong on that?
That's a rumor. I wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
There's no rumor on. There's never been anything said about that.
Yes, there has actually. We've covered it twice.
No, there has not. There has not been an all-women's Guardians of the Galaxy.
There's been rumors for
there
it.
Have been rumors.
There has not.
Yes, there
Find
have.
it and
Todd.
prove it to me.
Wow.
Baloney.
Wow.
Todd is right.
Wow. We didn't say it was true, but rumors have been said about it, and we have covered it here twice.
They're hideous.
Wow.
You guys
Todd
cover
woke
a lot of
up.
untrue things. You guys don't know.
Wow, he doesn't like that. He don't want anyone messing with his Guardians. Goodness gracious.
No, it's not that. It's that you guys throw out this crap out into the internet like it's true, and it's garbage.
Todd,
garbage.
Chill out, dude.
No rumor.
We absolutely have covered a rumor of it. Yes, we have, dude. I don't know what you're on about.
By whom?
You know, one of the rumors I heard about Guardians of the Galaxy is not only it's going to be all women, but all raccoons.
Jester is biased. Yes, I am. Todd is not right. We absolutely have covered it. I don't know what he's on about.
You covered a whole story, which happens daily. It happens daily here. Cover crap stories that aren't even true.
Then why you hang out here?
Yeah.
For the freaking course, I get it.
Yeah, I don't know what got up your butt, but we cover those kind of rumors all the time because they're fun, dude. That's the point. That's the reason why we do it. Yeah. You all right, dude? You all right? You need coffee? You want some coffee? Maybe ice cream?
No,
chocolate ice cream with some frosting? You know, a little bit of cherry on top.
You're tearing down the comic industry more than you're helping it.
Really? You think?
Yeah.
You think? So when we mock people who make rumors about stupid stuff, we're making it worse. That's what we're doing.
No, I mean, cover a good story, something that's positive once in a while.
Jesus. I see. Soy Boy playing Texas Walker Ranger is not a good story. I think it's a good story. I think it's interesting.
Nothing to do with comics.
Yeah. How about the Hearthstone? No, don't want to cover that.
That was for 50-year-old men.
Okay. Oh no, this dude.
I never watched one episode. I never watched one episode of that.
This is definitely comic related. Pretty sure. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Walker, Texas Ranger is
German superstars.
Jesus.
There was a Walker Texas Ranger comic.
Mark Hamill as the Joker. That's not had nothing to do with comics, guys. Definitely not.
The Mark Hamill one was good. Very good. Good job.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yeah. What would you like us to talk about? Go ahead, Todd.
What do you got next? What?
No, I'm done, dude. You can go ahead. Show's yours, man. You have at it.
What about Justice for Us? You know, Discovery stole his entire concept and used it for the entire first season. What about the GoFundMe for
concept?
Huh?
Dude, what concept? What are you talking about?
Yeah, well, Yeah, I'm not really sure either. But I would say, we cover things that Marvel is doing, which is certainly comic book related, and you complain about that. And then we cover other
No,
stuff, and you complain about that. So exactly what is it that you want, Todd?
Come on,
Uh-huh.
Chester. It's not. It's like Golden Girls. It was meant for 50-year-old people. I didn't watch one episode of that crap.
How in the world did Golden Girls come into this? How
I
dare
don't
you
know.
speak about them?
Like Quincy and Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman. Did
Betty
you
White
watch
is an
those?
American
No.
treasure. How dare you, sir?
She is.
Hey, wait a minute. It was a comic book
Yeah.
Dr. Quinn and also The Equalizer. And also...
That's great. I'm glad they turned crap into comics. That's not what I'm getting at. That article is not comic book related. Walker, Texas Ranger.
Why not?
It's not.
Why not?
Well, you tell me how it relates.
It's comic. It's very funny.
It's
George, you made me laugh. It's taken a year, but you made me laugh. Thank you, sir. See, I knew keeping you around had value. I knew it. Yeah. No, somebody, don't take it seriously. We're just joking around with each other, man.
No,
It's not
no.
serious at all. Yeah. Yeah.
Look, I want
Yeah.
more positive articles on this show. You know that from day one. I like to talk about things that are actually happening and that are positive.
Yes, no, you're right. And the real problem is Todd woke up. He saw we were talking about Germany, and he became triggered. That's what it was. That's what happened.
No, Germany triggered me.
Yeah.
Do not touch my schnitzel.
How dare you? How
What are your
dare you?
papers?
And Todd's been drawing all along. That's a nice looking thing. What are you doing
Release
here?
the missiles.
Yeah, I'm about to ink this piece for Inktober Day 12.
Ah, sweet. Dragon Man, dude. Nice.
Oh, by the way, Chester,
Uh-huh.
to throw more gasoline on this fire,
Uh-huh.
I just dropped the link to the article where they actually talked about that female-centric Guardians into the chat. So,
Oh, dude, we've talked about it twice here. I don't know. I have no clue what Todd is talking about. He's lost his damn mind.
Okay, I am now going to go find something to hide behind.
Yeah. No. I know it's his, dude. We've covered it twice, dude. Now third time now because of Todd. You know you didn't. You didn't do that. It didn't happen.
Leave Brittany alone.
First off, Groot is male and Raccoon is male, so it's not going to be all female, right?
No, there's a female raccoon.
You know, to be fair, when we talked about that, we laughed at it because we said probably what they were doing is the same thing they were doing with the rumors that were coming out about Falcon and Bucky having some homosexual relationship. Probably what they're doing is testing the water to see if they can get away with it, right? We mentioned this very clearly. I seriously doubt they're going to do that because it would be film suicide. But once again, we did cover it. So I don't, and we covered it because it's worth laughing at. One of the things we do over here quite a bit, Todd, is we mock the idiocy.
I get it. You're mocking me now.
Yes, I know. Well, dude, don't be Mark worthy then.
I will say this. I honestly don't care what they do to Guardians. They can burn that thing down. I don't care.
Really?
How about I pick half
like
the
it.
articles we do and Denali can pick half? How about that? Can we move to that system?
Can we move to that system?
I like to offer. How about Dinale continues doing what he's doing, and Todd continues arguing and being upset.
Yeah.
How about
I
you
think
get
that
your
works.
fucking book out and shut your fucking mouth? How about that?
Whoa.
Oh!
Ding, ding, ding.
Good lord.
Ding.
All right. End of the round. Go to your separate corners. I want a clean, fair fight.
Yes. Pencils and 10 paces, sir.
Yeah, and I agree 100% with the Derpitator. He said, "You shut your mouth about Walker, Texas Ranger, sir. He's an American institution." I agree.
How about
100%.
we go to do something like that? How about Denali picks 5 articles and somebody else picks 5?
You don't want me to pick them.
Uh-huh.
Because I'll just.
Well,
I on my show we talk about some of the dumbest shit. So
Yeah, there you go. Do keep in mind, Todd, for a moment of seriousness, Dinale is volunteering his time, and he's been very great about putting together news articles for over a year. And what he tries to do is put things that have a flow together. Sometimes the flow is okay, sometimes the flow is great, actually. And I appreciate his effort and time. But if
I
you
do
would
too.
like to get involved and put some news out there so we could talk about it, I would love to see your attempt at it. I think it might be fun. So feel free, and this goes for everybody else. If you want to get involved with what we're doing, you want to be on the show, you want to have your voice heard, you want to put news up for us to talk about, go over to FanSpeak on Facebook and do so. And we'd happily put you on. Also, I have a little Twitter link right down below. You guys can hit me up and say, hey, I want to be part of that. And do keep in mind that tomorrow we are doing the Hollow Earth, which is going to be awesome. TFT, Tinfoil Talk Show. And if you want to be part of that, please come check it out. And do keep in mind that Todd's IndieCom TV, I will be doing Coffee Akihabara tonight. And we're going to have Mitch Breitweiser on. My goodness. Haven't I thought he was dead? So that should be
I'd like
interesting
to.
conversation.
I'd like to do an article about how I think Chester Busby is a totalitarian overlord and he needs to be overthrown.
Then please do so. Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. There we go. There you go.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't expect
Anyway,
to survive it.
yeah. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for joining us today. A lot of fun, and we always appreciate you guys coming on. And definitely check out the other things we're doing during the week. But beyond that, Denali, take us out of here, sir.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us for FanSpeak. Join us tomorrow for Hollow Earth. We have great shows coming up during this week, and check them all out because it's amazing. Share these videos out, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you're more informed. But if you really want to stay in touch with us, follow us on Twitter or join our Speak page on facebook.com. We have an actual link if you want to bookmark us, which is fanspeak.live, and that link directly links up to any live stream that we're doing at any time. So check that out as well. But as always, your perception shapes your reality, so always make it a good one.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Later, guys.
Justice
Aloha.
for us. Justice for us. GoFundMe.
All right.